Thursday at 9 a.m. right here on WVI 107.3 Radio We Can See.
That's why I had to say, come follow me, come follow me. That's why I had to say, come follow me, come follow me. That's why I had to say, come follow me, come follow me now, right now.
Good morning, good morning. You are live in the D with Mr.BB. Yes, we are blessed to be here. Thank you for joining us for another episode with Live in the D with Mr.BB. And as always, our Quad Squad is going to say their good mornings this morning. We're going to start right now. As soon as I can find the camera. All right. Good morning. Oops. It didn't come in. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Meh. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. Kadira.
It's not as cold as it was yesterday.
It's
so.
not. It's really warmed up, but it's still way too cold for it to be April. I'm just saying. I think winter can go now. It came. The Game of Thrones.
We got 6 inches. We just got drizzle. So
Oh yeah. Well, actually, we didn't get snow though. We got like some weird sleet thing.
it was snow. I touched it. It was snow.
No, it was.
It didn't
I touched
stick,
it too.
it was snow.
It was heavy. It was too heavy. It was heavier than snow. I felt like hell. It sleet to me.
I don't know.
All right, then we're gonna go over here to Mr. Abdul.
Good morning, Mr.BB.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good. It was pretty cold yesterday.
It was pretty cold yesterday.
Yeah, it was snowing twice.
Yeah, I think that was more of a sleet than a snow, but okay, if y'all say snow, I'll say snow. But
Did you
and
go
it feel like
outside?
snow to me. Yes, I went outside. I touched the stuff on the back of my car. It felt like sleet. Felt a little lighter than snow. All right, our guest for the day is Miss Rachel Newsome of the Crowns On Movement, and she's gonna come in and talk to us today about. She does a lot. She does Kemetic yoga. She switched to a natural diet, so natural holistic diet. She has a fitness apparel line that she's working on, and whatever else that I missed that she's working with, and she's gonna come on and talk to us. So stay tuned right here on Live and Do with Mr.BB. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Penny Love. Come rock it out with me and the crew at our next Zumba class every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at Northwest Activity Center.
SOS Graphic Design provides agency-quality professional graphic design services from established companies to startups and individuals, creating a simple logo to complete rebranding and delivering visual communication with print media. Everything SOS Graphic Design does has a single unifying objective: to set your business apart. We are at your service. Call 313-342-2166. That's 313-342-2166 or online at www.sosgraphicdesigns.com.
All right, we are back, and as I said before, coming up next, we're going to have our guest on, Miss Rachel Newsome of the Crowns On Movement. We're just sitting here talking about some of the things she does. Again, how she switched to a plant-based diet, Kemetic yoga, fitness apparel, and all of the other things she's doing to promote natural healing and natural medicine and just being all around healthier. Because right here on Live in the D with Mr.BB, you know, that's one thing we really push, and I hope everyone is enjoying so far our summer body challenge. I know the first part of our challenge is almost over, just the push-ups and sit-ups, and we have that next challenge coming to you soon. So be aware and stay on our social media, and we'll update you with that. My journey for my somebody challenge so far has been well. I missed a few days, so sometimes I do have to double and triple up. I think my little co-host here, Miss Kadira, has not been keeping up with her workout. But I want to hear back from you. So comment on our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at itsMr.BB, under any one of our posts, and tell us how you've been taking on our challenge and what fitness, what workouts you do. right here on Live with Mr. B. When we come back, we're going to start our interview with Miss Rachel Newsome of the Crowns On movement.
It's live in the D with Mr.
BB.
BB.
It's Live in the D with Mr. BB every Thursday at 9 a.m. right here on WVI 107.3 Radio We Can See.
That's why I had to say, come follow me, come follow me. That's why I had to say, come follow me, come follow me. That's why I had to say, come follow me, come follow me now, right now.
We are back. We are back. Yes, you. Thank you for listening to Live in the D with Mr. BB. We're going to get that interview started. And as I said before, we have Miss Rachel Newsome with us, who is a Kemetic yoga instructor, plant-based dietitian, has a fitness apparel line that she's working on, nutrition classes, natural remedies, and a number of other things that I'm probably not remembering right offhand, but she's gonna tell us about herself. Good morning, Miss Rachel.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on with us and telling us a little bit about your organization and what you guys do. So let's just jump on in because you do quite a bit. So what is Crowns On?
So Crowns On is a community-based service business that focuses on nutrition, plant-based nutrition. It also focuses on yoga and natural remedies, like helping people heal themselves through these different natural modalities. The Crowns On is also a movement as well. So we focus on trying to help our community learn about the rich culture of Africa through the dances, through the languages, and just through self-reliant training, like becoming self-sufficient. So yeah.
Okay. So and how what are some of the services you offer with that?
Oh, so with Crowns On, the very first thing is yoga. I feel like yoga is one of the most underused healing modalities that we have. So we're really trying to promote that, push that within our community. We also offer plant-based nutrition consultations and natural remedies. So what I tend to do is, based on our conversation, I will create a natural remedy specific to you that will help you with your healing process.
I see. And what is so what made you switch to a plant-based diet yourself?
Actually, it started with some health issues that I was having, and going to the doctor and them not being able to explain to me or share with me natural remedies to heal myself. I just set out on a mission to heal myself. So I started to research holistic medicines and doctors and came across quite a few amazing beings that impacted my journey, and that's how it all started.
Right. So what is the natural, you said holistic doctors and natural remedies. So what is holistic healing? Can you tell us?
Yeah, holistic healing is basically using natural means to heal yourself, natural herbs, using food, exercise, things like that, kind of getting away from the synthetic medicines, the pharmaceutical things that a lot of us turn to really quickly to sedate ourselves. It's just holistic healing. You are now choosing to use something more natural, something that can assimilate better to the system and actually heal or help to heal the root issue versus sedating or healing the symptoms.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what are some of the common misconceptions or myths about holistic healing? Let's just debunk a couple of those.
I think the very first one is that it's hard to do. It's very hard. It's not hard at all. I think it's actually the easiest outside of the pharmaceutical side of things. Eating healthy. A lot of people say, oh, it's expensive. It's hard. It's hard. It's not. If you stay on the outskirts of the grocery store, you'll be fine. Once you start to kind of move into the aisles, you start to eat the junk, and then that's what's actually hurting you. Yeah, it's expensive. It's not expensive if you buy herbs in bulk from a good source, depending on how much you get. It can be pricey, but it lasts a long time, and it actually works to heal you. So that's the point, like holistic healing or holistic means of healing yourselves. I'd rather pay for that than have to keep paying for doctor visits or paying for a funeral.
Right, absolutely.
Too early. Yeah.
So what benefits have you seen in your lifestyle, your diet, your overall wellness since you switched to, since you've been going more natural and plant-based diet?
The first is weight loss.
Okay.
Honestly, that was the biggest thing, being stuck. So I suffer from this condition called polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's where I have polyps or cysts on my ovaries. And so that affects my hormones, and when your hormones is out of whack, your weight tends to be out of whack. And then, like, for us women, you gain weight, you lose weight, you have all of these hormonal imbalances and changes with the skin and things like that. So the very first thing that I noticed was I started to lose weight the natural way. Like, I'm coming down to my natural body weight.
Okay.
The second thing would actually be mental clarity. You would be surprised at how changing what you eat can really change the way you think, and what actually, like, you know, it influences your food. The food that you eat and the things that you take, you consume, or you put on your skin, it definitely affects your thought process. It affects your brain and things like that. So those are just a couple of things that I noticed first.
Okay, yeah, as the old saying goes, you are what you eat. So I
Absolutely.
can definitely see how changing your diet and it will affect your mindset. And
Absolutely.
get you some mental clarity, especially if you do a healthier diet such as plant-based. So do you consider yourself like a vegan, vegetarian?
So I use the word vegan because it's easily identifiable with other people. I just consider myself a plant-based eater. I tend to eat more plants, fruits and vegetables, nuts, whole grain seeds, things like that, versus eating meat. I do not eat meat, though. I do not eat meat. I do not eat any animal byproducts or anything like that. So.
All right. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to, of course, come back with Miss Rachel Newsome, who's going to give us some other information and continue telling us about her natural lifestyle, plant-based diet, and some other things she's doing. Stay tuned with us right here on Live and D with Mr.BB. We'll be right back.
SOS Graphic Design provides agency-quality professional graphic design services from established companies to startups and individuals, creating a simple logo to complete rebranding and delivering visual communication with print media. Everything SOS Graphic Design does has a single unifying objective: to set your business apart. We are at your service. Call 313-342-2166. That's 313-342-2166, or online at www.sosgraphicdesigns.com.
Hi, this is Penny Love. Come rock it out with me and the crew at our next Zumba class every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at Northwest Activity Center.
All right, we're back live in the D with Mr.BB. We still have, as said before, Miss Rachel Newsome of the Crowns On Movement sitting in with us, telling us a bit about her plant-based lifestyle. She said she identifies as a vegan, actually, and why she went to the plant-based lifestyle and some of the practices she does for that mental clarity, for that overall just being healthier, yeah, so she tells us about that lifestyle change as well as encouraging others. So one thing she mentioned to us was that she offers and teaches yoga classes. So can you tell us a little bit about that? How did you, why yoga, and how did you become a yoga instructor?
Oh, okay. So I just like anybody, when you're trying to find like this workout routine, you're trying to lose weight and all of this other good stuff, you're finding the easiest thing to do.
Okay.
And so for me, I started with yoga and a lot of different styles, and it was hard. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I'll do something else. But I kept coming back to it, not understanding why or not understanding what the pull was for me. And eventually I found a style that actually resonated with me. It was reflective of me and my culture, of our culture in general, and it looked like me. So I was like, okay, I can get with this. And so I started to practice on my own, and then after a while I started to feel really enjoy the benefits of it. And then I was like, you know what, I want to share this with everybody else. I want to become a teacher. I want to become a certified instructor so I can teach this really awesome feeling to other people. And so that's what kind of got me going on my journey with that.
Awesome. Amazing. So what is the yoga style that you teach?
I teach Kemetic yoga. Yes, I teach Kemetic yoga.
So first of all, what is Kemetic yoga?
Okay.
And how does it differ from the other variations of yoga, or maybe the American style yoga? I don't know.
Okay, so Kemetic yoga, firstly, Kemetic yoga is an ancient Egyptian yoga system that uses the breath, movement, and meditation to basically energize the body, re-energize, revitalize the whole entire body, using these poses that kind of mimic geometric progressions. So when I say that, it's more in line with the philosophies of Egypt. So it's known for a lot of its beautiful architect, the pyramids and things like that. And those are actually natural geometric shapes for the body. Like everybody can easily get into a pyramid shape, which is basically what they consider like a down dog, things like that. So actually a very powerful pose. And so with these poses, as you're moving through the yoga, it allows you to release the tension in the body. And once you release the tension in the body and in the muscles, it helps to realign certain defects that you have. So if you suffered from, a slight case of scoliosis or something like that, as you begin to do it, this progressive, like Kemetic yoga is definitely a progressive yet gentle yoga program. And so, so once you start to do this and you kind of monitor your progress and you're able to move through the poses at your own speed, your own pace, only doing what you can do, not forced to do some weird bend or contortion, then you begin to see the benefits not only in your mental clarity, once again, which is key, but in your physical form as well. So
as with pretty much all, as they say, fitness, fitness classes, or when you're taking on something new that you're not familiar with, it's at your level.
At your own pace.
At your own level, start at your own pace, and then gradually come up. Don't try to do.
So your yoga is not going to look like the next person's yoga. When you're doing Kemetic yoga, it's where you are. But the key thing is being a yoga instructor, is being able to meet people where they are. So my practice is completely different from other people's, but when I go to teach, I teach where they are, what's comfortable for them, and then we progress together. I don't make them feel like they have to do something impossible right off the bat, then that kind of turns you off from doing it in general. So
yeah, it always does, especially when you're starting a new fitness program. So when did you become certified?
Kemetic yoga instructor. I actually got certified over a year ago.
Okay.
But I have been practicing it for 3 years at that point. And so, I just felt like, I need to make myself more legit so people will listen.
Right.
But honestly, okay. It's been good. It's been a good journey.
All right. Well, let's switch gears a bit here. Okay. Tell us a bit about the other side of your business. Well, actually, there's 2 more sides that I want to talk about.
Okay.
But the plant-based programs and the diet. Do you offer meal plans and whatnot?
I do not offer meal plans, and here's why. I feel like when you have a meal plan, when you're first starting your transition, it makes it hard. It makes it actually a little more expensive because someone is telling you exactly what to eat, how to eat it, when to eat it, things like that. What I like to do is either take you grocery shopping or provide you with a list of alkaline foods, of alive electric foods that's going to help you start your journey. So yeah, I don't really recommend like meal plans or things like that right off the bat, unless we're doing like a full-fledged program, but most people aren't.
Okay, well, without giving a full meal plan or anything, I don't want you to do that if you're not comfortable with it. But what are some of your favorite plant-based dishes and whatnot? Because I know someone that I think they said they just went vegan for Lent. So they're so hungry because they're tired of carrots and cauliflower. They want to mix it up a bit. So what are some of your meals that's like the favorite meals that you could eat almost every day, or the dishes?
Oh, man. Okay, so what people fail to realize is there are like thousands of fruits and vegetables, grains, seeds, nuts that you can choose from. But to continue to eat the same like select few animals, I would think you would get tired of that. But the fruits and vegetables and the nuts and everything is so versatile. You can make your own dishes. At this point, I don't necessarily have a favorite, I don't think.
Okay.
I tend to lean on quinoa a lot. I love quinoa. That's Quinoa. I love quinoa. It's very versatile. I can have it in a savory dish, or I can have it as a sweet dish or whatever. It's very versatile. But I've always been a greens girl. I love greens. Collard greens, turnips, mustards, bok choy.
Okay.
All of that stuff.
So, well, that's quinoa for you. I've never tried it sweet, but I don't really I don't know, it's too tiny and grainy for me. I think I have to stick with like a rice more so.
But you know what? With quinoa, you can actually saute it like rice. And like when I do it, like when I put it in a dish like that, I saute it with some grapeseed oil, some red onions, some parsley.
Okay.
It is so good. It's a really good alternative to fried rice, like the white rices and stuff like that.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are again, switching gears here? Tell us a bit about your apparel line.
Well, technically, I started my clothing line as a way to fund my business.
Okay.
So it wasn't initially an apparel line for fitness or anything like that. It has graduated to that, but it just started as a gentle reminder for the community what I was doing for the community, within the community, and with the community. And just something to kind of keep people aware. So when you came to buy something from Crowns On, whether it was apparel, whether it was the shirts, the hoodies, the hats, the bags, the jewelry, any of that, you had a piece of Crowns On to carry with you as a reminder of what we talked about and what you are capable of doing within your own life, the changes you're able to make within your own life.
Okay. And how can with the changes that people want to go through, and of course, as once they start your classes, I'm sure, and have some students that absolutely want to get some of that apparel. So how do we get in contact with you to get that apparel? How do we read off the website? Or
oh yeah, the website, www.crownsonmovement.com. That's where you can find the apparel. You can also call me. I give my number out a lot. So you can call or text me. I'm always up to talk to people. I'm not one of those people who shy away from chatting with folks in the community. So you can call me, text me, go online, either or.
Okay. And how do we start one of your programs, whether it's holistic healing, the Kemetic yoga, or if you do offer just some things to try with the different meals if people want to switch to vegan?
Okay, so it starts with the conversation.
Okay.
Just get in contact with me, but whether you email me or you call, you text, or whatever the case is, just getting in contact with me is the first step. And the second step, within that conversation, we decide what it is that you're trying to do. What goals are you trying to accomplish with your change or your transition? And we build a program from there. We build a program specific to your needs so that you're successful. Like, we don't want to give you this generic program that everybody is using.
Right.
Because everything doesn't work for everybody. So
absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. So for anyone looking to transition into a more plant-based lifestyle and diet and more holistic healing, what encouragement would you give them today?
Baby steps.
Okay.
Baby steps. Honestly, the change happens in your mind first. Once you identify your problem, then you can actually take the action to correct it or change whatever it is you don't like.
Okay.
And then from there, you just take baby steps. But I will say this.
Okay.
With the food part, I always recommend people do a cleanse of some sort because you've been, gobbling down all of this synthetic stuff, and it gets trapped in the body, whether in the cells or in the physical body, like the colon and things like that. So I always recommend people do a cleanse of some sort, a gentle cleanse. You could start with a 3-day cleanse. I can give you the herbs for that.
Okay.
And then you move from there. But again, the change starts with your mind, and then everything else basically follows.
All right.
Yep.
And to get in touch with you to begin that conversation, how can we get in contact with you via social media, phone numbers, email?
Yep.
Anything
So
like that?
social media, it is Facebook is Crowns On. You can't miss it. Crowns On is everywhere, you guys.
Okay.
So Facebook is Crowns On. Instagram is Crowns On Movement. Twitter is Crowns _on. Periscope is Kemetic Yogi 11. Of course, the website www.crownsonmovement.com. And of course, my phone number 313-288-2271.
All right. And lastly, do you have any final thoughts, and also do you have any events coming up that you want to share with us today?
Oh, absolutely. So final thoughts is be gentle with yourself. It took you many years to get in the condition that you are, so it's going to take just as long to get you out. But the fact that you're taking a step today to change your lifestyle and to change your health, to live a better version of yourself, that's where you start. And as far as the events, we do have a couple of new classes that's coming up. So Saturday, April 14th at 10 a.m. at the Casadine Rec Center, we're having a Kemetic yoga session for the community. It is free. Weekly, every Tuesday at 6 p.m., the Brilliant Detroit organization has allowed us to come in and teach the community yoga. So we have a couple yoga classes with them every Tuesday. The address for that is 7425 Fielding Street. That's in Detroit, Michigan. And yeah, just stay tuned. I post a lot of information on social media because people are social media friendly.
Right.
So I post a lot of the classes there. So just stay tuned, watch out on social media and things like that. Or just call me. Once again, just call me if you're interested in having like a one-on-one session. I know that's another option that we offer with the services that we have, one-on-one sessions. If you don't feel comfortable doing it in a big space with other people, we can do it, in the comfort of your home or mine. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I actually am the opposite of that. I prefer big settings because then, I don't know, I'm kind of competitive like that. Then I'm like, I can do that stretch better than that person over there.
So you the one out here making people feel uncomfortable. You out here making people feel uncomfortable.
Subconsciously, I don't point it out.
Oh my gosh. But you know what? That's not a bad thing though, because it boosts you. It makes you do better. It makes you outdo yourself.
Exactly.
You're not actually outdoing the other person because you're never in competition with other people. You're always in competition with yourself. So yeah, if you see something that you feel like you can do it, try it. Go for it.
Absolutely.
Go for it.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Rachel, for coming on with us and telling us about your programs.
Oh, thanks for having me.
No, absolutely. And everything else you're doing and your business. And we hope to see and hear more from you in the near future.
Absolutely.
And again, that social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is what one last time?
Crowns On and Crowns On Movement across everything. You can't miss it. Type it in, you'll find it. I'll pop up or the sign will.
All right, Crowns On and Crowns All Movement. We'll be right back on Live in the D with Mr.BB with Kadira's quote coming up next. Stay tuned. All right, we are back. We are back once again. And we thank Miss Rachel Newsome for coming in and giving us a wonderful interview. Next up, we have Kadira, who's going to give her quote for the day, and then we're going to do our song of the day. And, of course, everyone's going to give their final thoughts, and we're going to say goodbye for today to you all. We're going to say au revoir. Good morning, Kadira.
Good morning, Miss BB. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
All right, so give us that quote. What you got for us today?
Okay, so today's quote is, courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen.
Sometimes you just need to sit down and shut up. No, but
Yeah,
leave that a little bit.
Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Speak out. But courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen.
Yes.
gotta be silent.
You gotta be silent, silently.
Sit down.
Sit down, be humble, be quiet. All right, our song for today is, drumroll please, Love, I Like Me Better by Lauv. I think that's how you pronounce it, L-A-U-V, and that is our song of the day. And we've got that coming up right in a moment, as soon as the Quad Squad and Mr.BB all say goodbye to you all. So we're going to start with Mr. Abdul, who's going to say goodbye.
See you next week. Don't forget to work out and challenge your body.
Don't forget to work out and challenge your body. And next up, of course, young Kadira with her.
Oh, we'll see y'all next week. Au revoir. We'll bid you adieu. Other languages.
You speaking French now?
Yes, that's
Over
all.
other languages.
We'll see you next week.
All right, and as always, people, be good, be great, be awesome, be spontaneous, be in good health, and we'll be back next week right here on Live and D with Mr.BB. Bye-bye. BB out. Goodbye. Au revoir, as young dear said, other languages. We've got Love coming up for you. Love, I Like Me Better. Right here on Live and D with Mr.BB.
Here with another tip for you. This week we're focusing on fitness. So with that being said, one of the biggest questions is, how do I get rid of my muffin top? Well, working out, of course, is good, but you have to be consistent with your workouts. You have to get sleep. So you can't do a 60-minute high-low intensity and then get 2 hours of sleep every day and think, hey, it's just going to disappear. You have to reduce your stress. Working out helps reduce your stress, but you have to make slight changes in your eating habits, slight changes in your mindset. Whole body wellness is what's going to help with that push we have down below that just is stubborn and doesn't want to seem to go anywhere. And then once you get it slimmed down, you also want to tone it up. So once you get rid of the excess love, then you're left with flimsy skin love that we need to tone up. So don't just think cardio. Also remember, you want to tone up. Use some weights, do some crunches, include some toning in your workouts. Spice it up a little bit.
It's live in the D with Mr.BB.
It's Live in the D with Mr.BB every Thursday at 9 a.m. right here on WVI 107.3 Radio We Can See.
Music of your life.
It's the only station that sounds like it was made for me.
And I can't stop listening. 107.3